Good morning, kindergartners. We're going to work on the letter W this morning, capital W. So I'm first going to build with my wooden pieces, and it's pretty similar to doing our letter V, our last lesson, but we just make more sliding down, sliding up. So you'll see what I'm talking about when I start building. So we have starting corner, big line, slide down, diagonal, big line, slide up, diagonal to the top, big line, slide down, and one more big line back up. And then we have our letter W. So it's like doing two V's together, right? Big line, diagonal down, slide back up, slide back down, slide back up. Big line, big line, big line, big line. We do 4 big lines with the letter W. All right, so there's our letter W with the wooden pieces. Now I'm going to put these away and I will get my slate chalkboard. You can get your chalkboard out too, and we'll get started with making our W on our chalkboard. Make sure you have your chalk piece, your wet sponge, and your eraser, and we'll go ahead and get started. Starting corner, slide down, big line to the bottom, slide up, big line, slide down, big line, slide up, big line, and there's our W. Let's try with our sponge, make a wet W, big line, slide down, big line, slide up, big line, slide down, big line, slide up. There's our wet W. And then we'll dry, big line down, big line back up, big line down, big line back up. Let's make another W, slide down, diagonal, slide up, diagonal, slide down, diagonal, slide up, diagonal. And that is the letter W on our chalkboard. Let's put the chalkboard aside and let's get our letters and numbers for me out. Page 16. We're working on the bottom here. So let's take our pointer finger and trace. Big line down, big line up, big line down, big line up, slide down, slide up, slide down, slide up. Just follow those arrows as you go and follow that W. Then we have our wooden pieces. Big line plus big line plus big line plus big line. 4 big lines to make the W. And they're all sliding down, sliding up, sliding down, sliding up. Then we have our W on the slate chalkboard. We already practiced that. And this is a worm. W is for worm. So we're going to copy our W's here. Let's get our pencil in our hand and get started with W. Starting corner, diagonal slide down, diagonal slide up, diagonal slide down, diagonal slide up. Another W, diagonal slide down, diagonal slide up, diagonal slide down, diagonal slide up. All big lines. Big line, diagonal slide down, big line, diagonal slide up, big line, diagonal slide down, big line, diagonal slide up. And we're going to try on our own here. You can put a little dot here to start. W, big line down, big line, slide up, big line, slide down, big line, slide up. And there's our W's. Have an adult check your W's to make sure you did a nice job and copied them like these ones. And they can check right here to check your work. Great job today, everyone. Thank you for joining me for W lesson.